What's up, guys? Harold here, Figure Mania Show. Welcome to the first ever live stream here on my YouTube channel. I am joined by Atomic Goji. What's going on, brother? Thank you for coming on the show. I also got my Titan Master brother. Atomic, you're a Titan Master too. Bandasauresrex, another Titan Master. What's going on, brother?
Hello, hello.
Yes, sir. And we are joined by the one, the only, the creator of the Articulation Series, Michael Shipman. What's going on, guys?
Hi.
What's going on?
Legend himself.
We're going with the clap track.
Yeah.
Where's that clap track, right?
We need a soundboard.
Yeah. So welcome to the show, guys. Thank you for coming on today. It's a pleasure and an honor. Okay, so I've been doing this for quite some time now, and I've been wanting to do this. Like, I started the Titan Masters, and recently I kind of like wanted to talk about other topics that we really haven't talked about on Titan Masters, because we just don't have the time and things. You know what I mean? Everybody's busy and things. You know what I mean? Like, we do this as a hobby. This is not our livelihood or anything like that, right? And everybody's busy, right? But today I have I have time to talk about this, and I wanted to talk to you about something. And I wanted to invite other Titan Master artists, okay, in the community who have the toys that we're going to be talking about, and we're just going to have just a fun conversation about our favorite toy line, okay? So, which is S.H.Monsterarts and Hiya. Okay, now before I go any further, okay, now just because, okay, like, I built my entire brand on the S.H.Monsterarts, you know what I mean?
Same.
So, yeah, all right. So, you know what I mean? Like, I love S.H.Monsterarts, but it's not without its shortcomings and things. And you know what? Hiya is not without its shortcomings either and things, you know what I mean? So hopefully, like, what we get out of this is hopefully, like, the companies will see this and maybe they can improve on something, you know what I mean? On something. So at the end of the day, we as collectors, as fans, we're the winners, you know what I mean? Because there are more options now for us. It's not just S.H.Monsterarts anymore. There's Hiya toys, there's Playmates, if you like Playmates and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So the more the merrier, so that's the thing. All right, so
has Mezco, real quick, has Mezco dropped anything yet or not yet?
Well, they dropped like those little ones, you know what I mean? But
okay,
yeah,
but nothing articulated yet, right?
Not
I mean,
yet.
you got the 5 points, but that's kind of it.
Ooh,
exactly.
Okay, got it. We're still waiting.
Yeah.
Exactly, we're still waiting. All right, so
I think
there's a lot of people
waiting
in the chat.
indefinitely on those.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in the chat, so I'm just going to acknowledge a few people.
Beautiful.
So Jamzilla, thank you for
Jam.
coming.
What up, Jam?
And Stewie, what's going on?
My
So
boy
there's
Power.
Power.
Very cool. Alrighty. Super Guy Gan.
Oh my God, so many people. Let's go.
Yeah, there's a ton of people here,
26,
man.
nice.
That's awesome, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Oh, Jamie. Is this yeah, this is Jamie. What's going on?
Jam!
What up?
Jam!
I like these names. Wild.
Shout out to Jam.
I love these names.
I know, right?
We have so many names.
Oh my God, they just keep popping up.
All the names. Power Hour, I see you, man. I see you, Power Hour.
I feel like
Yes.
Patrick. Who are all you people?
Yeah.
Oh, and look, Mr. EGM. What's going on?
Hey, EGM, my boy.
Oh, what's up?
Yes, sir. Okay, very cool. Alrighty, so how about we begin with our conversation? Alrighty. So Hiya Toys versus S.H.Monsterarts. Now, so today for this conversation, we're gonna work backwards. Okay, so we're gonna start with the latest release, which was Mothra. Alrighty. So I got here are some photos from that I've done with my Hiya toys. Alrighty. And these are the S.H.Monsterarts. Okay, so both solid figures, both are solid. Alrighty. Now, here's how we're breaking this down. Okay, so we're breaking down the sculpt. Okay, we're breaking down the proportions of the figure, the paint, articulation, box art, okay, accessories, and price. Okay, so that's how we're gonna break down each one. Okay, guys.
Smart.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Makes
Cool.
sense.
Yes. All right. Now, first up, Mothra. Okay, so does anybody have, other than myself, does anybody have this figure?
The Hiya or the
Yes.
Monsterarts? Oh, I don't have the Hiya yet.
You don't have the Hiya. Okay, I don't think anybody
I don't think the
has
US has dropped yet.
Yeah, it hasn't.
okay.
I think it's
Yeah.
slowly releasing. I've seen some people with it, but I haven't seen too many people with it yet.
Yeah.
I think they're
Okay.
still the people who got
At
it
least
from
it-
China.
Yeah, I've been looking at people over here in the U.S. and I don't think a lot of people here have it.
Sure. Okay. Well, the
If it's
thing
coming
though
from
is-
China, it's probably going to snail mail lane.
yeah, because like I've seen some reviewers like Ultrazilla, they just recently did Rodan, and also Steve Toy Reviews just recently did Rodan, and I did Rodan a month ago. You know what I mean? They're getting theirs
wow.
now.
Isn't
So
Ultra from Australia?
Ultrazilla? No, he's
I
in
don't
New
think
York.
he's in the
Is
States.
he US? I thought he was Australia.
No, he's in the U.S. Yeah,
Okay.
he's in New. I think he's like in the New York area. Yeah.
Oh, word?
Okay.
Yeah. So let's see. I'm sitting right here with Mothra in my hands right now. Ah, there you go. Okay, cool.
Lucky.
So Jamzilla, I'm
Right.
expecting that they're going to get Hiya by next month, similar
Mhm.
to how late Rodan was released, referring to Big Bad Toy Store. Yeah. Okay, so Ultrazilla is in PH. What's PH? Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Wait.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I mean, he's called Philly, PA, but it's from Philly, yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's an
So,
East Coast thing.
yeah. All right. So let me just pop these two figures up on the screen for you. So
night and day.
Woof. Oh my god.
Night
Just
and day.
out of the water. Throw that other one away. Throw the Monsterarts away.
You know what?
Throw it
The
away
S.H.
at this
Monster
point.
reminds me of now is the Bandai, the really crappy Bandai figures
Yes.
that they have.
That's
for
exactly
Mothra.
what it looks like now.
They
yeah.
look exactly like that right now.
Okay. So let's look at the wings of the S.H.Monsterarts. I mean, there is some texture to it, you know. Now there is one thing that I do want to mention. Now I kind of don't like doing toy photography with this version of Mothra, the legendary version, because the body is just too small, you know, and that's not S.H.Monsterarts' fault or Hiya's fault. It's just the way that they design this Mothra for the movie. You know what I mean? Because like every time I do shots for Mothra, like I can barely see the eyes on Mothra, and I'm the kind of toy photographer that likes seeing eyes on the figure, and like because it's so small, like it's, you know what I mean, like it's really small. Like you have to find like the right angles and the right lighting and stuff like that, and I find it a little bit challenging sometimes with this particular character. What do you think? And what are your experience? What's your experience with shooting Mothra?
Wait, who?
S.H.Monsterarts Mothra.
No. Who are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to you, Brandon. To
Oh,
you.
I'm so sorry. I was staring at the sculpt of the figure so hard. I was
Sorry, I
like,
wasn't
God, that
paying
looks
attention."
gorgeous.
Yeah.
I got lost in the figure's eyes. No, honestly, I think I shot that Mothra, the S.H.Monsterarts one, like once, twice,
Mhm.
like not many times, because it's just so difficult. I don't enjoy like how tight, because it's like
It's
literally
tiny.
this big. It's like not worth trying
Yeah.
to shoot it. It's so small, and then like the arms and the legs are so soft that you can't even put it on anything. Like it literally just like
Sure.
folds into itself and like falls over.
Yeah.
Not my favorite design.
Yeah. I mean, look at the size of the body.
And actually, mine is broken. Crazy enough, the foot on mine on the left one is just gone, and I have no idea what happened to
Oh,
it. But I don't care.
you know, like
big wing.
No,
Hayden,
like the foot, like literally the bottom of the
Oh,
foot
okay.
is just clean off.
Hayden, you have the remember the Hiya, the not the Hiya, the Mothra that I traded with you.
Yes.
Okay, I think the head of that Mothra is bigger than the body of this Mothra.
Wait, which one? Which one did
the
you trade
Heisei
him?
Mothra,
The Heisei
the
Mothra.
special
That's my
color
favorite
version.
Mothra.
I
Yeah.
love that figure.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
have
no,
no, I have three of them.
I enjoy shooting with that Mothra, but I
It's
just
beautiful.
need to get a setup that is
Yeah.
tuned to so I can show off the wings. But no, the head is so much bigger than the whole body of
It's like this big.
Yeah,
S.H.
like
Monster.
I wish they would have done something different with the design of this Mothra. At least make the body a little bit bigger. You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. Like
I
it's,
still
I
wish
think the whole S.H.Monsterarts line, it just runs smaller.
sure.
Like smaller than it should be. Like Mothra should be about the same size as the Hiya Mothra. Like
Mhm.
for it to be accurate, I think.
Yeah.
And Rodan, I think, is about the same size. Kong is just unbelievably teeny tiny.
Right.
Do you hate the Hiya Toys 2021 version? No way, man. I love that figure. The figure of the
You
year
clearly
last
haven't
year.
been watching any of his videos. Any of his
right.
Right.
Haven't seen a damn thing he's posted all year.
Yeah. Michael, what's your experience with this Mothra, with the SH Monsterarts Mothra?
So, it is small, and for what you get, it's when it comes to photography, I really gotta zoom in on that, just to get the details to pop. And it's so funny because when
Sure.
people see those, they're like, "It looks so cheap. It doesn't look so great." It's just like, well, it's like as big as your thumb for the whole body, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Really
it's
is.
so small and tiny. So yeah, with macro photography, I mean, it just kind of brings out, maybe not the best details, but it is so small to get those
It's
details
really
in the
small,
first place.
yeah.
And
I mean-
I agree with you though. Just not just Mothra, but I feel like with a lot of the King of the Monsters line, I think that the scale, the way that they design the creatures, they just don't lend themselves 100% so well
Exactly.
to
Yeah.
articulate figures. They're great as statues for sure, but like this Mothra has barely any articulation when it comes to its wings, or not its wings, but its the legs. I mean, all they do is just rotate.
Sure.
They're made of a very soft plastic.
Mhm.
If you say you're in California and it's really hot,
Yeah.
or the desert and the other areas, your Mothra's legs are gonna be like, I don't know,
Yeah.
changing different shapes and stuff like that, moving around different because of the sun and warping that soft plastic. But what I can say now, I want to be clear with everybody. I know everybody's wondering, do I own any Hiya figures? I do not. I don't own any of them.
Mhm.
Just haven't ever gotten around to getting them. I may or may not, and I think if I do, I might just check out that King Ghidorah
Yeah.
figure that's coming out. But I don't really have a lot of interest in getting those, just only because I've delved so hard into S.H.Monsterarts that I don't really need another scale. They're just larger, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So, but the other thing that I can say about this figure too with Mothra right here is, it's disappointing because in production for King of the Monsters, everything. I don't know how aware everybody is, the general public, but they were doing last minute changes to the movie all the way up to a month before it was actually put into theaters.
Mhm.
So, and this was with visuals and everything. They kept changing things and changing things and changing things. So it was a complete nightmare for Tanashi to. Well, maybe not a nightmare, but it was just difficult to, production deadlines. You have to settle on a design and a figure. And that's kind of like with this one right here, they kind of settled with the concept art paint job.
Mhm.
If you guys are familiar, if you've seen any of that concept art, it was actually shown right when they revealed these figures for the very first time. They didn't
Yeah.
even show a finished image of Mothra. They were showing that concept art, and that's largely what this paint job is based off of for this guy.
Yeah.
So hopefully there'll be a repaint in the future. Special color or decisive battle versions of these guys where they kind of correct those. As far as sculpts go, though, I'm not sure we're going to see any resculpts of these guys, to make them more film accurate. I think that Tamashi is very much a creature of habit where they're, they've made the figure, they've made the mold, and we got lucky with the Gamera head, being resculpted, but the rest of that body, that's unchanged. Everything is the same as the first Gamera figure. So
we're gonna talk about that a little bit later, So I mean,
but I mean, this guy right here, I mean, I don't know. I'm not expecting any changes. If there's ever a re-release, I'd be very surprised if we're gonna get any new sculpted versions of these.
Sure. Like
Definitely.
I'm predicting that Hiya is going to release another Mothra, like the blue version, because this is the like the yellow God rays version. You know what I mean? And like in the movies, she emits the blue, and this isn't this figure. You know what I mean? Because look at the colors on it and like that. You know what I mean? So I predict that we are going to get at least one more Mothra from them. Now, according to like getting back to like what you talked about the design of Mothra. Like translating it to figure, I mean, I really wish they would have done something a little bit different, at least closer to the Heisei Mothra, because at least with the Heisei Mothra, like you can see Mothra, you know what I mean? Like Jesus, like you can't. Yeah, and like the thing though is like if you wanted that, like people were requesting the larva Mothra. Think how small that larva Mothra would be if it were to be in scale. It would be even smaller than this. You know what I mean? So like,
it would be. I mean, so, I don't know if you guys have got this. This is that Geyser series right here.
I have. Yeah, my buddy's got that. I'm going to be using.
I don't think it's going to get in focus, but come on.
You got this.
It's in auto focus, so it's funny to focus on me. But this guy right here, I got this guy just on a whim because it's like, I want some representation, so I got this. It's not articulated and everything, but I'm gonna pretend it scales well with the rest of the line.
We can.
I don't think that Mothra larva would
definitely
fit well articulated.
Yeah,
there's that too, but also, I mean, just like look at the size difference on that right there. I mean, it's insane how much bigger this guy is. But you know what? Just to have it in the collection isn't a bad thing.
Sure.
I really wish Monsterarts would have just scaled up Mothra just a little bit, even if it's not accurate to the movie. Just give it a little. Like they have messed up this line so much that like nothing's in scale with each other. So just might as well just say fuck it. Just say screw it. Just do something. Because that Mothra is a waste of space. It's so tiny.
Yeah. Well, the thing though is like I remember like when I reviewed the figure set, because like they released the 2-pack, you know what I mean? And then I get we're gonna get to that in a second. Next after this guy. I mean, clearly the star of that 2-pack was that Rodan. You know what I mean? Because I don't think anybody would be interested in just buying this, you know what I mean? And to pay, I don't know.
Yeah, it wouldn't happen.
Bucks for this? No way.
Oh no,
you know what I mean?
Monstrosity.
Yeah.
It's not even the right color.
Yeah. All right, so let's look at the points. Okay, so sculpt. So who takes the sculpt? Now I can't make the checks here because you know what I mean. Like I had I don't know. I can't do it. But anyways, who takes the sculpt here? I think without a question, Hiya.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
100% Hiya.
Hiya. Okay. And
just look at them. just look at them. You don't even have to study it. Just look at them.
Yeah. And proportions, of course. Hiya again.
Hiya. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bigger. It's bigger, therefore better.
Yes. Paint.
Hiya.
Hiya.
It's like a train right now.
Might be a wash.
Articulation.
Are they the same? I think it's no. I think technically the S.H.Monsterarts has the better wings, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
because I can fold the wings.
Oh, you could fold. Oh, never mind. Hiya wins across the board. Never mind. I didn't know it could do that. Oh my god, that's beautiful.
They just don't stay.
Yeah, it's just a soft plastic. It's
Wow.
There's no bendy wire in this, unfortunately, like the Rodan. No,
but it's still.
You could probably
look at that flex.
So you could
like
probably
hair dryer.
You could probably hair dryer that and put a rubber band and form that temporarily, get that shot that you want. But
question: can you rotate it like the NECA?
Yes. Oh, you clearly haven't watched my review, Brandon.
No, I haven't. I've been so busy. Oh my god. Oh yeah, this one wins. Never mind. I'm making a video just
I don't
throwing
even
out
have the Mothra, the Hiya Mothra in hand, and I just know that everything's better with it.
Yeah, that just looks so much better. Yeah, this is that. Yeah.
Oh,
Clear win.
Do you
and
remember?
one thing, like if you don't want to use the stand on you know, like when you have it on your shelf,
Mhm.
you can just have Mothra
Don't tell me she
like this.
kickstands with the wings. Oh, that's fantastic! Look at that space
Oh,
saving. right there.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That would make for a dope shot too.
Yeah.
You
Well,
put
I
some
had
like
you remember
wind
that
effects on the
shot that I
bottom.
did with Kong, like
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
that's how you did it. Okay, that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah. So you see,
And it's
now,
crazy that Mothra fits in Kong's
unfortunately, like
hand.
with these little parts over here, they kind of get in the way of her arms a little, but you just have to like squeeze it, and you can get it. You know what I mean? So
So you got to like squeeze the arms in, kind of thing.
yeah, a little.
Okay, that's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, but she can stand. Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
Look at her
because
dance.
you can use the
look at her dance.
wing as support, so she can walk around.
That's insane. Look at that.
The engineering that Hiya went through to get
Ya
that.
no puede caminar porque no tiene
Hey.
una pata.
I'm sold. Maya, take my money, bro. Just look at
If
this.
For those who are watching, if you aren't sold, you should be sold now.
Exactly.
we
If
just
you
saw
don't
Mothra
regret
there.
not buying it at this point, that's a you problem. Like, if you didn't pre-order this, you're screwed.
Yeah.
I pre-ordered two.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
I
smart,
pre-ordered
you
one.
smart person.
I ordered one, but then I got one from Hiya. You know what I mean? Because like the thing though is like I'm not sure. I don't want to take my chances. You know what I mean? So I
Right,
just
of course.
ordered
That's
two.
exactly what I got too.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like and like this here with this Mothra, I just cannot do it with this.
No.
See. Look at
Did it just break?
Yeah.
It just
It
said
just
no.
broke.
It just said no. I'm good.
Yeah.
Those
I lost.
stupid
I'm
ball
out.
joints. They just
Those
can't
are
hold a
terrible.
pose.
No,
No,
they can't hold anything.
Yeah. Like
I
They're
mean,
just too
I really,
tiny.
I really like the fact that you can rotate this in any direction and everything. Oop,
Yeah.
and then there goes mine.
As you trace it.
As I say, I like it, right?
I
But
like
yeah,
how you can
I
move
mean-
it in any direct. Oh,
But you can look at this. I mean, you
No,
know,
yeah, it's a cool concept.
you got that. So
I think with a
you can
little bit of
definitely do it.
what is it, nail polish remover? If you put it on there, at least it'll stick a little bit better.
Well,
Okay.
I just feel like
I've never had any
S.H.
major
Monsterarts
issues
should have
with
went through a
Fallout,
little bit
but-
more engineering
Yeah.
before releasing this thing, just a teeny bit more. I think it would have been fine.
Because
But
honestly,
just
even
like-
the NECA outsells it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
the NECA was way cheaper.
I didn't get the S.
that was like $20.
Yeah, we're at $20 at a Target. It's $20 at a Dream.
Yeah.
And they came up with the blue one too, which nobody else has
Yeah.
done.
And the
Nobody else has
cocoon base
Yeah,
for it.
with
I think
the-
that
yeah.
was really cool.
Yeah, unfortunately, my NECA one, one of the wings is just like flapping in the wind, like it doesn't stick anymore. Like there's
mine-
no grip.
Oh, no.
It's just like flopping every time I pick it up, and I'm like, oh, I can't use this for anything.
I was gonna use this Mothra for my review, and then like it fell off my shelf, and like this part broke.
Rip to the best of them.
Oh,
That's the NECA.
That's the NECA, and like
Oof.
it can't it can't do what Hiya can do. You know what I mean?
No.
So, like,
Because it's only a hinge joint,
Yeah,
right?
it's just the
yeah,
flat
yeah, it
one.
just goes up and down. That's it. You know what I mean?
See, I
So,
have
like,
the blue one, and that thing stays in a drawer where it's safe. Where it's safe. I only busted up for one
Mine
photo.
hasn't been opened from the box.
You're
yeah.
smarter than both of us.
That's the thing. They are kicking some ass tonight. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I think it's hard for me to judge on articulation with this figure, with the high figure, because I don't have it in the hand or anything. It doesn't look pleasant to see those hinges, but
Yeah.
again,
Mhm.
when it's such a small figure, the only way you're going to see that is if you're using that zoom lens, so maybe it doesn't look so bad when you're viewing it from afar. So I'd be curious, Harold, the middle section, the abdominal area, how's that compared to the Monsterarts figure?
Okay, let's
Good
look at that
question.
right now. Now there's okay now. Sorry, S.H. Monsterarts does know their articulation.
Yes.
Okay? Because look, Okay, this is okay. So this is about as far as I can bend Mothra's body.
Mhm.
That's it. This one, I can get a tiny bit more. But
Yeah,
like
she kind of.
what I want, like what I would
Mhm.
like hopefully in the next Hiya, like I can bend her body a little bit more, so I can like do a photo where like she's coming in on Rodan and like stinging her.
Mhm.
You know what I mean, like that.
Yeah. Get that abdominal crunch right there.
Yeah, because like neither figure has enough of it, but this one has a little bit more than the Hiya, but neither
Right.
one can actually do it because it'll just the body will just pop off.
I'm gonna get up and move my camera a little bit so we can get a better angle.
Could you mod that, Harold? Technically, and
I'm pretty
get,
sure
like
you
shave
could.
off some of the abdominal so you can get
I'm
that
pretty
range.
sure you could, but like I'm not a customizer or anything like that. Like I don't know. Like I always wait for other people that know more than me to figure that stuff out. You know what I mean? So
He said, "There's a
yeah.
better person out there for the job."
Right.
I'm a photographer. I'm not a modder. Okay, so yeah, I can't
Yeah.
make. And also,
I mean, with this guy, you can. I don't know if you guys can get in the frame. I'm kind of looking at the video stream right here, so there's going to be a little bit of a delay with me trying to figure this out.
You got
Mhm.
this.
So I'm going to.
I believe in you.
Yes, I believe in you.
Oh, that's okay.
Share
I
your
got
energy.
it.
There you go.
There you go.
Hey,
That is clean.
that is clean. Wow, that was a.
There's a clean picture right there.
yeah,
Yeah. So I mean, you can really get that crunch though. You know, you can move that.
yeah.
You can move it all the way
The
out.
one thing I do like on
just
the
a-
S.H.Monsterarts is the eyes. The paint that they use really reflects
It
well.
pops.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they use like a metallic fluorescent type paint. Yeah,
I
there is
do
one
like
thing that I
that
would like
compared
to.
to the Hiya, because the Hiya I think is just like the standard dark blue.
Yeah, there is one thing I would like to mention. I mean, in terms of like the body on the Hiya, the paint, there's really not a lot going on. Like for mine, I mean, it's like this one is custom painted. Okay,
That's custom made. Oh, okay.
mine is
Okay.
custom painted. Okay, so the one that Michael showed you, I mean, the
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
thing,
I
the
just
whole
realized
body is orange.
totally different colors. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's like night
Yeah.
and day.
Yeah, see, like
I
Michael's.
forgot how red it is because I don't use this figure. Don't use it for anything.
Hold on, Michael. I'm gonna switch it to you. There, you
Yeah,
see?
wow, look at how orangey red that is.
Yeah. And then mine is there you go. You see?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yours is
Custom
closer, like more accurate to the film.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
for Aya, there's really not much going on in the body, and I think that's one of the reasons why it like the body doesn't pop in photos because like it's just dark.
Mm.
So that's the thing. So like,
But you know, I honestly
we
prefer
might be
that coloration though.
on the wings, and like I don't think they paid enough attention to the body. I think, but like the texture on the wings. Look at, I mean, you could just tell on the camera.
Oh
You see
wow,
that?
That looks
you can see that.
amazing.
Yeah, and look at the texture on the S.H. Monster is just flat. It's flatter.
I mean,
You know
it's
what I
still
would
got
like to
some
see?
texture, but it's got some texture on that though, on the Monster Arts figure. I mean, I don't know if you can see that on mine where I'm shining it in the light a little bit for focus, but you know,
Yeah,
you've got some texture right there. It's not just completely flat.
sure. Okay.
Now,
But I will say
something
that
would
the
like to
Hiya,
see
I
from-
will say that the Hiya one does have more of that detail that's in there. It's just more
Yeah.
bumpy. You can see those ridges easily, but it's subtle with the Monster Arts figure. It's definitely subtle.
Sure.
If
Yeah.
you put your thumb over it, you can definitely feel that texture.
Yeah. Cool.
As I
All right.
show.
So box
Feel the
art.
texture.
What do you think of the box art? You've seen the box art for both. Who takes one?
I'm gonna give it to the monster.
I think Monster Art takes the box art for me.
Sure. Personally, I don't care too much about box art, but I will admit
I don't
that
display the
box art for
boxes, so
Yeah, those
Yeah.
go in the trash.
Yeah, I never.
Yeah, I think
That's for the trash.
I think Hiya's caught up in that licensing issue where they have to use the standard,
Yes.
that NECA Bandai label for that kind of stuff. So I don't think that they did have a lot of creative freedom when it comes to designing their boxes.
Because
Yeah,
it's like this,
I
right?
agree with you. They
It's
don't
like the
have.
Rodan, where it's like this. Am I
I
wrong?
can, we
Yeah,
can
that
see.
looks
There you go.
exactly like
It looks like this.
the NECA one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Can
if
you
that,
tell
if
I
that
literally
Mecha
just opened this?
boxes were smaller.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, let me fix my camera. I just sat back down.
Yeah.
So something I would like to see from either company to do, for Mothra at least, is do a translucent blue version.
Yes, please.
I think they're
I have
gonna
so many
Hiya,
ideas.
I would love to have that just so I can
Mhm.
like do like the God Ray like scenes and stuff like
I
that and
think it's
shine a
coming.
light through it.
I think it's coming. Yeah, I think it's
Or
coming.
either S.H.Monsterarts too. I think that would be a cool like little second release thing, but I would prefer Hiya.
Yeah.
I'm okay if they skipped on that one.
Now there was a question earlier in the chat. Which one's heavier? The Hiya is heavier. Like the body's
Yeah, of
heavier,
course.
and like the wings, it's heavier. It's heavier.
Right. I would imagine so too. I mean, it's a larger figure too at the same time.
Okay. Alrighty, and price. I mean, I don't
I think-
remember the
Hiya.
price of the monster arts.
I think it
one.
was wasn't it like 100 for both? So technically they're about in
104.
the same range. 104. So yeah, so they're about
Yeah,
the
It
it's
was
same
about
range.
104 with shipping.
Oh,
Hey, if you were a sucker, who pays for shipping?
You're a sucker.
Whoopsie.
Just saying, there's places to get it where you don't have to pay for shipping.
yeah.
So
Okay, so yeah. All right, so Hiya wins this round
Ding,
for
ding.
sure. Yeah.
yeah, I think Hiya definitely beats the Mothra when it comes to a lot of the things.
Smoked
Yes.
Mothra.
Alrighty.
Mhm.
So to answer this one, do you think Hiya will do it? Yes, it's coming. Okay, they already showed.
They've
It's
confirmed
coming.
this.
It's coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to the next one. So Rodan.
Rodan, baby.
This one I came prepared with.
Right. I did my research for this one. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
right now. I feel like Batman with my ninja stars.
This guy right here.
Put it on my
I'm
chest.
ready.
I'm Batman.
Alrighty. All right.
Right. Just chuck this one.
Let's start with Hayden. Hayden, what's your experience with this new Rodan so far from Hiya?
It has become my second favorite Hiya figure.
Ooh.
Just because you can articulate the wings.
Wings.
Like
Mm.
it has a bending bar and it holds.
Yes.
So you can get like some real dynamic posing with it.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. That's so fucking. Oh, this is so fuck. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Like that is just cool, and you can do like side shots like this, and they're just
Sure.
the only thing that I would change on this is the paint job. It's a little too orange for me. But I still love this figure so much.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, do you know Louis Zerda? I think his last name is Zerda. If he's in the chat, I'm sorry.
Oh, light paint.
Yeah. He does phenomenal.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, no, I was actually going to shout him out a little bit or later. But yeah, no, he does incredible work.
Sure. Yeah. So, do you think Hiya will make Kong? Yes, it's coming. It's coming. If you go on Hiya's website and go to the Monsterverse, you'll see the listing there. Okay. So basically, they have the license for all the on-screen Monsterverse characters,
Oh,
and
wow.
they already teased at their Skull Crawler. Alrighty, so more to come. I mean, we're not even halfway yet. You know what I mean? And we got 3 more releases later this year, which I can't wait for. So yeah, don't worry.
Didn't they also tease? They had like the silhouettes of like the whole MonsterVerse lineup, or was that like a fan edit?
Yeah, like
I think it was just King of the Monsters in 2021
Yeah.
main line.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think out of all that's been released, I think we're just waiting on Mechagodzilla reveal at this point.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. All right. So let's look at the breakdown. Okay. So before, I'm sorry, I forgot Brandon. Brandon, what are your thoughts on do you have the Hiya Rodan?
Yes. Yes, I do.
You held that like a Sunday prayer. Yes.
Yes,
Please.
Yes.
Because this is the answer to all of my prayers. This figure is dope.
Ah,
I
Right?
love it. Dude, I
Yeah.
opened it the other day and I haven't. I literally been like sitting, like just doing everyday tasks and just like the wings. I must play with the wings.
Yes, sir. Remember,
I
I
haven't.
told you. I
Yeah,
asked you, "Hey, did you open? No, I haven't. I go, you must.
yeah. She's like, you have to. And literally after that, I was like, I opened it and I was like, I regret nothing. I regret literally nothing.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Although
This
the
figure takes the cake.
box,
Yeah, the box is huge.
that
man.
box was huge.
Like, this thing is ridiculous. Like, look at this.
Like,
It looks like it's
Holy
almost as big.
crap.
So if you were to take that Monster Arts box and cut out the Mothra part,
Yeah,
it'd
literally.
probably be that size.
Yeah, just about.
Look at the size.
Yeah.
It's bigger than my head.
It really is though.
That's huge though.
It's a big
That's
Yeah.
huge. Yeah.
That's surprising.
Yeah. Oh, and look at the Mothra box.
Oh no!
right?
Oh
Yeah,
my
right.
god!
That tracks.
That makes so much sense.
See, that's
Yeah.
why you're paying like 10, 20 bucks for shipping for Rodan.
Right.
Yeah.
But again,
just
who's paying for
box.
shipping?
Yeah.
Box
Don't
and
pay shipping.
clamshell.
Don't pay shipping.
You heard it here first.
Heisenberg, my
Don't pay.
friend.
Oh,
Hey,
welcome.
look
He's
at
there.
that.
Oh.
Yes. Hello, Heisenberg here. I want Skull Island water buffalo. Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh, that's
That'd be cool.
interesting.
That'd be really cool.
Yes. Okay. And Jamie, what does he say here? Hey, Titans, big fan. Do you think that Hiya's licensing for the MonsterVerse figures could be extended due to their success? That's always a possibility, you know what I mean? But
Only time will tell.
only time will tell. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I think something that everyone should really consider too with licensing, it's just there's like a mile long of red tape, and behind that red tape, there's another 10 miles of different layers of red tape.
sure.
And it could completely change. There could be something in the contract that they can only do things until a movie comes out. I mean, we experienced this even with Monster Arts too. There was a lull because Legendary and Warner Brothers got entangled into licensing rights, and we didn't even see any releases in the United States for some time. So I don't know what their licensing deal is for Hiya, but it just depends on what kind of contract they've got laid out. All that I know about them is that they only have exclusive distribution rights in mainland China, and anybody else that gets them here in the U.S., like Gundam, I've heard Gundam USA's been carrying them, and Big Bad Toy Store, is because those fronts have reached out to those to Hiya to basically import it themselves and then resell it.
Sure.
So, but there's no actual distributor here in the United States for specifically Monster Arts Hiya figures.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of seeing that right now in terms of like the limitations of their license, because the 2021 the very first Godzilla figure sold out, and then all of a sudden people wanted that figure, you know what I mean? And
Now it's like
$500
on eBay.
No way, really?
And then
I
Hiya,
saw one, like, I was just going and checking real quick. I literally
Anybody
saw
wanna
the
pay my
highest one
rent?
I saw
Here you
was
go.
$500 for this guy.
That's a sold listing or just a I wish you would buy it listing?
I wish you would buy it. I probably sold listing. It's probably averaging 300 though.
Wow,
Jeez.
that's pretty high for that. Wow.
yeah, like the thing though is like Hiya accidentally put up a pre-order, and like all of a sudden people rushed to it, and they were like, "Oops,
They did
sorry,
twice.
not our bad." They did it twice, eh?
They did it twice.
Oh,
This happened
man.
twice.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the thing though is like you could clearly tell their licensing. They're only allowed to make a certain quantity of that figure, and then once that sells out, that's it. They can't restock anymore. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. They made it. It sounded like it was a part of the contract that they were only allowed to make a certain amount. So
yeah,
but we can always revisit that. There's always that. Just that I think that we have to keep in mind that the movie that's coming out soon, there might be like no competition clauses with the merchandising companies that are going to be coming up. So we will see what happens.
yes, yeah. I think like with this new movie coming, like we'll talk about it later. I don't think we're gonna see product a Hiya product from that movie for quite some time after. You know what I mean? Like how we saw what we're seeing right now. You know what I mean? So yeah,
I
just
think
great.
so. I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. So
Well, yeah, no,
So
'cause
if anybody
they're
was
listening
going to
to
hold
the-
out for the Hiya versions of those figures,
mhm. Yeah.
you're going to be waiting for a while probably.
Yeah. Good to welcome. Thank you for coming on. Yeah, man, you did something good to pre-order. Like pre-order everything, you know what I mean? And if you don't like it, sell it, you know? So that's the thing.
Yeah. Get a return on your investment.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not very cash money, Toho, tisk tisk tisk.
I do.
Cash
All right,
money.
so let's look at the breakdown here. So now I do like the sculpting of this Rodan, the S.H.Monsterarts Rodan. I do like it.
Same.
You know, I mean, it's
Definitely.
got nice texture and things. You know what I mean?
The detail is really in the sculpt itself. And I think that
Yeah.
lends it. I think, I don't own the Rodan figure, but based off what I've heard, it's got a gummy kind of plasticky feeling to it. So
Yeah.
Talking about the
I would
Hiya
say
one?
that, the Hiya one, is that correct?
Yeah.
That's what I've been hearing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think because
no.
of that,
The S.H.Monsterarts is a hard plastic, while the Hiya is kind of like
so you're able to get
the
those
gummy,
details out of this hard
pliable.
plastic.
Yeah. So like it does, like the Rodan does have like a deeper sculpt. I'll give it that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think I will give the sculpt point to S.H.Monsterarts for this one.
I will
But-
say this, Harold. I'm going to interject really quick. I do like the sculpts of the head of the Hiya figure, though.
Yes.
I think, I compared that with what was done with the movie, and it looks 100% spot on. This is
Yeah.
pretty close, but it's just really in the beak with
Yeah.
the Monster figure, where it's just maybe
Mhm.
not as I don't know. It looks like it's kind of got like teeth in the beak kind of thing with the Hiya
Mhm.
figure, whereas this one's just kind of a smooth beak.
Yeah, I actually the sculpting in the head itself, I do like the Hiya version more, but like the overall, like on the base body, I think the monster the I'm at a
Monster
loss
Arts.
for words, guys. Monster Arts. Deeper. It's deeper.
Yeah.
It's deeper. So, what do you think, Brandon? Do you agree?
I agree. The only thing I don't like is that I would say that would give me the edge
Mm-hmm.
for the oh my god, now I'm having the same problem for the Hiya figure, but would be the wings. Like just the way the wings are shaped. I feel like
Yeah.
these wings are shaped better than the oh my god, we're struggling here than the Monster Arts. I just like the wings a little bit better. But I think the sculpt that this feels more like a monster that's been living in magma more than this one, if that makes
Sure.
sense.
Yeah, I mean, like the plastic itself for the Hiya is very reminiscent to the almost like the NECA. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very reminiscent to the NECA one. You know what I mean? I
Right.
haven't.
Yeah, because that
any
allows for
photos-
more play rather than
Yeah.
just being a statue.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Like I feel like I can drop this like the Hiya figure. I feel like I can drop it and it won't break.
it'll be okay. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I feel like if I drop the Rodan figure, it's
Done.
gonna snap.
It's
Yes.
over.
Yeah. Yeah. Alrighty. So so for sculpt, let's I say I
Monster
think
Arts.
Monster Arts deserves
I give it
that
to the
one.
Monster Art.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give it to the Monster Arts. Now let's look at proportions. I think their proportions are pretty even for both
Yes.
figures.
They're
Yeah.
pretty comparable.
Yeah. Okay. So so they both get a point for that. Alrighty. Now let's look at the paint. Now if you look at mine, mine is custom painted. You know what I mean? But like the paint on this one kind of pops a little bit more than this one.
Mhm.
What do you think, Brandon?
I am going to give it to the Hiya. If we're talking
Mhm.
about paint, I love the way
Yes.
this one looks. Like just like the fact that I can put like a light almost through this, and you can kind of
Yeah,
see
you're right. Yes.
the magma color that's supposed to be sitting in here.
Semi-transparent almost.
Yeah, it's almost like, and I hold it up to my computer, like even the computer light, as dark as it is in my house right now, like I can see almost through the wings, which it makes me appreciate it more than just like the flat plastic that's going on here. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, try to run a light through there. Like, look at that. See that?
That's a great touch.
It's just a small little thing that like I didn't notice at first. I was kind of looking at it, and I was like, oh, like I was looking at it in my light, and I was just like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that makes a world of a difference. Actually, I'm gonna do this for photos. Actually,
that actually worked out really nicely. And the other thing that I like that I can do with the monster, I mean with the Hiya, not the Monstars, is I can get everything to touch back here.
Yes,
I love this. Like the idea of like this makes me happy because I've been fighting with that monster art since the day I got it to get these wings to go down, and I can't get it to do it. Like there's always like a gap. Like the fact that this can be seamless makes me so happy.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, that and there's no like irritating, like I know I'm jumping to articulation, but like there's no like irritating like squeak when I'm moving the wings.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
and like
I know exactly that.
I feel like I'm gonna break the figure.
I can't twist mine. This is
God! So
Harold, one of the things I noticed with the Hiya figure right there is on the tail, it seems to be much larger.
Yes,
in proportion compared to the Monsterarts one.
Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely much wider in that. I don't know if that's. I mean, here's the thing. I'm just going to go out and say this right now. When it comes to the Hiya figures and Monsterarts figures, when it comes to this legendary stuff, Hiya has the advantage because the movies have been done and they've acquired all those final models and everything. So when we're looking at sculpt and stuff, there's going to be an element of some stylistic choices. And we know that Monsterarts is not afraid of doing stylistic things with your figures.
True.
Because they have, especially with legendary stuff, they had Sakai and they had Wakasa supervising over these guys.
Sakai.
But it's not. I'll put it this way. So for Rodan and Ghidorah, those were Wakasa and his team that kind of oversaw those. And then
Mothra.
Yes. Oh. So Wakasa did Mothra.
I have him to blame for Ghidorah.
And King Ghidorah. And Godzilla was the only one that was done by Sakai, where they still use the 3D data, but he had his hand in that extra stylistic choice for those things. For example, we know, well, you know what, we're not going to jump to Godzilla, we're going to jump that later. But for Rodan specifically, it is definitely leaner in the Monsterarts figure versus that Hiya one. The Hiya one has definitely got some bulk to it. Yes. And I'm not sure if that's necessarily due to like maybe the type of plastic that you use. That's up to you guys to decide who own it right there.
Yeah.
Like if that's a reason for it, but for at least for the Monsterarts, that's where we're coming from with that. On this guy right here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean,
the chest is a little bit bigger on the Hiya than it is the.
It is,
and the back, yeah,
in the back too. Now, okay, let's go back to this chart here.
Where are we at? I got lost looking at this beautiful figure.
I think we're at.
We were at paint. So who do we give the point to paint to?
Hiya.
Hiya. Okay.
Hiya across the board.
All right. So proportion. Okay, sculpt. That's S.H.Monsterarts. Proportion. Both get it. Paint. Hiya. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's look at articulation.
I would have to give that Hiya.
Yeah, Hiya across the board.
Hiya, yes.
Especially
in terms of the wings, Hiya.
The wings are the thing to take it out because they're basically the same.
Well.
Yeah.
The feet as well. It also takes it because at least for the S.H.Monsterarts, you can only take the feet this like this.
Yeah. Can you go higher with the? Oh,
you can't go higher with the S.H.Monsterarts.
Oh,
that's why they have that ab crunch to overcompensate for it. Sure, but for the Hiya, it has that little. You can go.
Yeah, this dude could do like a kickstand. Look at that.
Yeah, you can like stand him up.
Yes.
But that at least gives me a little bit of an edge for Hiya, just because you can move the feet that much more. You took the wings out of it.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
You could
exactly,
really get that,
like that.
literally 90 degrees. That's crazy. I didn't even realize.
I mean, I don't know. I got a lot of range on my feet with my Rodan figure here for Monster Arts. Like,
Hold on,
I mean,
wait. Let's test
that's
it.
a lot right there.
And look,
Okay,
and
so
even
the only thing I'll say about the Monster Arts is when
Here,
you
I'm in an
up,
awkward
he starts
position.
to-
Hold on a second.
he starts to bend in on the Monster Arts. So like if you push far enough, he
mine
will
just popped off.
rip.
So what I've noticed, is that the right foot doesn't have as much range as the left foot does. That left foot is a lot further on the Monster Arts figure.
Yeah, like if you hold it, like you can see that there's definitely one leg that's I love how everybody has like face down into the figure. We're all like trying to figure this out. But like
Again,
if you
we're
look
all
at the
adults
monsters,
playing with our toys here. It's
yes,
okay.
literally. Like if you look, yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
right,
so
like the
if,
Monster
I
Arts,
can go
like,
like this right here with all that.
you have he's right. You have to shift that pelvis a little bit to get that height that you want, like to get him to kind of get into that like almost like attacking pose.
Sure.
Yeah, where he's
Well,
like
I
facing
can't-
up against
Yeah, versus the Hiya. Like look at that. Like he's literally almost touching his chest.
Yeah.
Like I think ab crunch wise, S.H.Monsterarts has it.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
Like there really isn't that much of an ab crunch with Hiya. Like this is as far as I can go with.
Look at that
Hiya.
ab crunch. That's crazy.
And then for
Monster Arts has a great ab crunch.
Monsterarts, I can.
Sure.
Like there's just a lot of movement there.
There's a lot of movement.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Here's a profile.
Yeah, there you go. I think you could actually take it a little bit more too if you push a little.
I could.
Yeah, you could take that a little bit more. Yeah, look, see, there you go. Yeah, Monster Arts, they have a thing with ab crunch. They're really good with the ab crunch. A lot of them can look at their toes.
And you know, I don't know if you guys know this with Monster. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, keep going.
Well, I was gonna say I don't know if you guys know this, but you know the thing about Monster Arts hard plastics is that they tend to have more undiscovered range, but you have to do it yourself.
Yes.
What you have, generally, what I've noticed is that when you take a heat gun or a hair dryer to it, I use a heat gun and I kind of keep it low. I don't recommend that for people. If you do not know what you're doing, you will melt your plastic. Heads up. But don't do that with the heat gun. Don't go like, oh, Michael uses that. So don't.
I may have melted a NECA figure before. It's okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
It's okay. Release the sins.
Confess them all. A heat gun definitely gets you faster results, and by heating up those joints with those, like I guarantee you, if I were to heat this sucker up right now, I could get even a better ab crunch than what we're doing right here.
Oh yeah.
Just more hidden range that's to be said once when that plastic is softer.
Sure. Yeah. Now,
he's breaking something.
No, I just I
no, it's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. Nobody panic.
Now let's look at the head sculpt.
Oh hell yeah!
I never noticed how toothless the S.H.Monsterarts head was until the highest one.
Very gummy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah.
What are we looking at? Head?
Yes.
Yeah, head sculpt.
Like the teeth are there, but it's not.
There you go.
It's not.
There's
really
a good picture.
Wait, hold up. Go back to that.
There we go.
Yeah. See, like he has like the sculpt for the teeth at the bottom. Yeah. But not as much.
It's like barely noticeable. Like it has.
Yeah, you gotta really be looking.
Like they were probably thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but remember, this is also based on the concept, and the concept didn't have the teeth like that.
No, it didn't.
True.
That's only a movie design. God, look at that. Look at that Hiya, man. Look at that head. The head sculpt is just it's perfection.
Yeah.
Let's see how slender that is. Oh yeah, look at that.
And the other thing with the Hiya, you can get this mouth really wide open.
Yes, you can.
That's another thing that I would give Hiya the advantage on.
Yeah,
the mouth articulation.
It's
the mouth articulation is much easier to open his mouth.
All right, let's see how far I can get this because I'm pretty good at trying to find that balance right there. So, yep, that's it. That's it. That's as far as it goes, ladies and gents. If you put Rodan's head facing upwards, you can get that mouth.
A little bit more, right?
But Yeah, you can get a little bit more right there, but that's kind of it, really.
Yeah.
And it's because, and this is because of sculpt. You know, there's there's some sculpting right here underneath that, and it just gets in the way. You can't move that mouth below that. If you took out this part, and I think I've seen some people where they take this off and they cut parts of it on the
I
inside
love how
of that
we're all
mouth.
doing the same thing and all variations
know,
of like grabbing the figure. Like, just look at
And
that.
you know that, and you know that, and you know that everybody's screen grabbing. He's like, look at these guys.
Right. Someone's gonna screen grab this man. Look at these
Everybody's
nerds.
holding up their Rodan. Well, now they are. Now that I said it, so.
Yeah.
Right.
Here, if
Memes
you have the
inbound.
figure, do it along with us. We're
Right.
gonna have fun
This
with
is
you
a play along,
breaking
guys.
Join in the fun.
This would make for an interesting shot.
Okay.
Though. Like two Rodans
So,
duking it
Let's
out.
look at the so articulation.
You gave me an
Hiya
idea,
winning
Brandon.
one.
Shit, I'm sorry. No, me first. Me first. Harold already stole all the cool ideas.
I know.
No, that Kong fighting Kong shot
That
you
was-
did, fantastic. It was fantastic, Harold.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Man,
Thank
that was fantastic. I loved every second of that.
Thank you. So scale. I'm gonna give this one to Hiya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah. Box art.
I have a question for you guys. When you're saying
Monster
you're
Arts.
giving it a high marks for scale, what are you basing that off? Are you just basing it off of as a collector that you like it a larger size, or are you saying that it scales when it comes to scale with the other figures in the line? You know, what are we talking about?
I think it's, for me at least, I think it's different for everybody else, but if it scales properly with the figures in the line, like I think Rodan's a little bit big for the Monster Arts line, but that's just my opinion. While for the Hiya version, like this is kind of what it is. I don't know. That's just for me. I think that scale wise for Hiya works a little bit better with the Hiya line than it does the S.H.Monsterarts line.
I agree.
So like this is how he scales with the Monster Arts, so you can see. It's kind of similar.
I mean,
they
I
kind of
think
scale
this well.
similarly. Like if I grab like if I switch over to the monster, I mean the higher one, they kind of scale almost similarly with their respective Godzillas.
Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that the scale is fine for Monster, but if you want a large,
I think they're both fine. I think it's more of a preference thing. Like, do you like a bigger figure?
Yeah.
And the only reason why I would give the scaling to the Hiya is just for photography purposes.
Yes.
Like, I can get really good close-up detail of this figure versus trying to like trying to focus on that.
I want to emphasize too, like we're all toy photographers here and stuff like that. And the sole purpose why I get these is for toy photography. And on a like when you have a bigger scale figure, it photographs better, especially like you can get like the better detail and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So like I think for scale, I mean Hiya is gonna win this straight through. You know what I mean? At least for me. Now scale might not be important to most people. It might not be even important to people are just collectors, just to sit on the shelf and that's it. You know what I mean? But for me, and I'm pretty sure for you guys that are artists, scale is important. You know what I mean? So bigger scale is, you know, you can get better photos, in my opinion. Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, okay, so accessories. This thing doesn't come with any real accessories. So
well, the S.H.Monsterarts came with Mothra.
That counts. That counts. You just paying $100 for a Rodan.
That was not an actual figure.
You know what? I agreed. Agreed. Wholeheartedly agreed.
I just discovered how you can keep Rodan on your shelf, guys. Look at this.
Oh, hit us with the magic.
No way.
Oh,
he
wow.
got to stand.
Oh wow. Hold up. I'm literally doing that as we speak.
I don't need this stand now. I'm just gonna keep them on.
See, I used fishing wire.
Oh yeah.
Somebody's.
I mean, I don't know if you guys see what I have going for mine. I just put it on one of the old monster buildings.
Yeah, that's actually really smart the way you did it. Oh wow, it really does stay like that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I love that we're finding new ways to stay.
Yeah, we're finding new ways to articulate and play with our figures. So yeah, there. That's how he's gonna stay on it. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, if there was something that I would have asked for the Rodan figure would be more more or less, I would love Articulation how they did the Fire Rodan figure
Oh, and the wings,
the
where it, like,
wings.
folds.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was hoping for that. I don't
Same.
really enjoy these flat, long wings like this. I
Mhm.
mean, they're just, there's nothing you can do for that. You're just
I
like,
think
hey, I'm here.
Yeah, the only figure I think it works for is the Mothra, and that's it.
Yeah.
I think everybody else just got the short end of the stick if they don't have articulation in the wings.
Yeah.
Oh, and
So,
Batra, I forgot. Flying Batra.
scale is a
That's
major factor for me. All my figures, I eventually have them is to set up in diorama, so they need to scale correctly together. Sure.
Mhm.
Okay.
Agreed.
I buy them for filming. Yes. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Your stop motions are great, EGM, by the way. I noticed.
Oh, a shout out. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Thank you for
Go
coming, by the
watch
way.
his stop motions if you haven't. They're really fun.
They're pretty cool. Yeah. Cool.
Send me the link.
All right. So price, I think Hiya is just gonna hands down win the price for all the figures.
Yeah, because 50
Yeah.
bucks.
Yeah.
$50. Yeah. No, that's easy.
Or even like if you're getting it from China, isn't it 30?
Yeah.
Well, for me it is because okay, for
Yeah,
those
it's
of you
30
who
for
don't
you.
know, I live
Must be
in
nice.
Taiwan. Okay, so I literally live like next door to Hiya's house. Alrighty. So
I know they
That's
just
no
No
hand
wonder
you
they're always sending you stuff.
free.
Ah. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, just pass it over to the neighbor.
yeah. That's why I get my figures
You're
before
Harold
everybody.
Catch.
Yeah.
Right. They're just throwing it out the window.
Yeah. They just send it across the pond on a little boat, and they just blow on the sail. And they just, you
And there it is.
know what I mean? So they just go, "Hey, Harold." They wave to me. They put on like a little sailboat with the thing, and they go. And then I was like,
Oh, thank you.
Like,
Thank you. Thank you.
I got it.
You get a fishing
Thanks, guys.
pole,
I'll
just-
see you next
okay.
week.
yes.
Right.
Alrighty. All right. So I think Rodan wins this one. Yeah.
Yeah, the higher
Yeah.
Rodan.
Hiya.
Higher Rodan.
Rodan.
Alrighty.
No,
Let's
Rodan
move
in general just wins this one.
Yeah, Rodan just okay. Wait, hold up. Before we move on,
There is a
real
winner,
quick,
and it's Rodan.
yeah, it's Rodan. But
Yeah.
the fact that we never got to see Godzilla fight Rodan in the
Mm.
King of the Monsters
Such a
pisses me off, bro.
disappointment.
Wasted potential.
Yeah.
Pisses
We
me
made
off
it
every
in,
time I
and
watch
and
it.
then Godzilla
Over the
versus
next
Kong, like
couple
you see at the
films.
beginning, like the brackets, like Godzilla defeated
Defeated
Rodan.
him?
Like, when?
Where? He made him submit, but he didn't lose.
Yeah.
He didn't fight nobody. Godzilla's like, he submitted, I win. That's it. It counts.
See, another
Right.
thing I would have
Yeah.
loved to see in that movie is the
Yeah.
orca translating the monsters roaring at each other. So
Oh,
we
that
could
would
just
be
hear like
hilarious.
Godzilla and Rodan just cussing at each other. It's like,
You know,
"What's
just
that
go,
language?"
just go make that video right now. Just go do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, there we go. I'll do it.
I'm in.
Yeah. All right.
As long
so
as I get
let's-
to voice Kevin. And only Kevin. That's all I
Yes,
want.
Harold, yes.
all right. So
Oh, this is gonna be a hard one.
This is
This
gonna be
is-
this
okay.
is the closest one, I think.
Okay, wait.
Okay.
Which Kong of the S.H.Monsterarts are we comparing? Are we doing the
Stock.
exclusive Tamashi or the stock one?
okay. So let me switch over to me.
Sure.
So now where is it?
Because I got stock out. I was going off of
I
stock.
got two Kongs.
Same.
I got two Kongs. One is customized.
Oh snap!
One is
Is that a-
customized.
Harold's disqualified. He has custom figures.
And the other is not customized. This is stock.
Woof. Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
just put the other one down. Just put the Monsterarts down. Just keep the custom up. No, keep
Shoot
the
it.
custom up.
No,
Yeah,
no,
there you go.
shoot that one.
Now
in
they
the
have a
head.
fighting chance. Give them some mercy, please.
I had to go through lengths to get this guy to look like this. To get the optimal
To make
enjoyment.
it look film accurate.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Pain.
Because I mean,
Woof. Jeez.
Like I know that they
this looks
didn't
like,
get the
this looks like he's
full-
wearing a mask. He's wearing
Yes.
a
It looks like a man in
He's
a
a
monkey suit.
hunchback Kong.
yeah.
Got no neck.
No neck.
No neck
So-
Kong.
No neck. But it's still a really good figure. Like as ugly as this thing is, it's a really posable figure. Like I love.
I think the
posability of it.
articulation on the S.H. Monsterarts is hands
Sells it.
down better than Hiya.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this thing is a
Yes, hands
freaking
down.
brick.
The articulation on the S.H.Monsterarts wins it. I mean,
Yeah.
this guy, like, out of the box is bloody stiff as hell. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And like, I don't know, man. Like,
This
you've
is
seen
as
my
far down
photos,
as I can
the last
see.
few photos that I did with Kong,
Mhm.
and I have to admit, I like the look on the S.H.Monsterarts Kong more than on this guy. You know what I mean? Now,
Yes.
granted that this guy that I'm using is a custom. You know what I mean? But like, in terms of like the proportions of I think he has his proportions are closer to the film. I think more than this guy. This guy looks more stylized. You know what I mean? So like, if
Yeah.
you have him standing in a neutral pose, like, look at this. See that?
Yeah,
Like,
the neutral pose is what makes that figure worth it.
You know,
exactly.
but I have to wonder if that's really just up to maybe just not great articulation engineering. You know, if you were to take Monster Arts and articulation engineering and put that on the Hiya,
Yeah.
Oh, that would be
Hiya
a
look,
god tier figure.
would that look a lot better? You know, just more appealing to the eye.
Yeah.
Because when I look at that Hiya figure, I'm just like, I mean, that just looks like a small step up of what NECA would really do. You know,
Sure.
It
Yeah.
feels like what
Mhm.
NECA would do if they were doing like an S.H.Monsterarts.
Exactly. Yeah. That
That's actually what the Hiya line really just feels like to me. It just feels like an upgraded NECA line.
Yeah.
Just in general, like all the figures all around the board.
I mean,
Like, they
I
just
think it
took
looks
everything
How
they did
far
and
down
expanded.
I can get the arms.
I think they
on
look better
that.
than what NECA.
No way. Yours is stuck
Okay,
like that?
Right, Hayden,
Yeah, no,
keep
like-
that. Okay, so put your arms down as far as you can with that Kong.
This
Done.
is
He said that's it.
Oh my gosh, is that really it?
That's all you
That's
got.
it?
yeah, no,
That's
he's
out
like
of the
he's
box.
got like
That's
big
top.
trap syndrome where he's like walks into the ring. Like, oh, I can't
He's got
have
that big.
storm.
He got that big boy syndrome.
Now look at mine.
You
Well,
modified
didn't
yours
you
though, a
say
little
you
bit, right?
customized yours? You
This
cut the
guy's
plastic
modified.
down.
Gotcha.
This
Yeah.
guy's modified. So
And
what
the
I-
arms are still sticking out really far.
Wow.
yeah, but not as much as his. I
No,
mean, Hayden,
like
put
this
yours back
is
up.
like, yeah, that's
Like-
screwed.
You're looking
Look
at
at that, we've got- What? I mean, that's good for a neutral pose right there, but I mean, that's it,
Bless
huh?
the shit out of mine.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can
Yeah.
get it.
So
I mean, at
here's
least
what
with
I did. I mean,
yeah.
Alan
Oh.
did this. He
Gotcha,
cut
okay.
the arms off, and then he used a Dremel to Dremel the inside, because like the plastic on these, they're like, like they're not the brittle, you know what I mean? Like, you can shave some of it off and things. So like, I shaved off like most of the plastic around the joint. I didn't touch the joint itself.
Okay.
And because of that, then I was able to get more. Now there's more space for the arms. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
So
Yeah, it's like really stiff in
That's
there.
why I can do this. And like with this figure, because it's modded, I can get more that axe pose. I couldn't before. If you
The,
saw
like,
my
over the head.
video, like
Yeah, I remember that. You got a
can't
dud.
do it. Like,
You
Hayden,
were
try doing that with
very
yours.
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hayden,
man.
try doing that with yours.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh no.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
That's really bad.
That's limited.
Like mine
Like,
is a little bit
I
better.
can go. I can do like back like this, but then it just looks like I'm breaking his arm.
Yeah,
Rip to the best of them. Oh my god.
yeah.
That's
And with-
crazy. Like
and
this
with
is
this
mine
guy,
in a
like,
neutral.
I
Like
was
even
able-
mine in a neutral
Right.
still has like that.
Did you mod
angle
yours?
out. No, this is not modded. This I dunked them in hot water after because I did one. I opened this on the Titan Masters. So then
Yeah.
afterwards,
See, look, the
like,
S.H.
Harold-
Monsterarts one,
yeah, that's such a great post. Look at that.
just so much better. The better articulation.
Yeah.
You know what I think it is? It's the way they cut the joint. Like, because like
Yes.
if you look here, like this is so like outward. Like the shoulder piece is so out,
Yes.
and it makes
Mhm.
it makes it clash with the chest and the trap.
Yeah.
But with the way they did it with the monster arts, like they cut it so into the arm. So this
I mean,
this ball joint free range to swing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just
And then
perfection.
another thing that you can do with the monster arts that you can't do with the Hiya, you can't get Kong into on all fours with the Hiya.
No, yeah, no, you can't.
You can't. You
It's
cannot.
like you can't. But the monster arts, it's like, oh, just
Easy.
it's an easy thing.
Yeah. But the thing though, like on the other hand, like with the S.H.Monsterarts, I mean, yes, he's got better articulation, and I have an easier time posing him. But like this part right here, I want to ask you guys this: like, is this part necessary?
For articulation, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For like
for
ab
me,
crunch, I think so.
You know, if you want to lean that figure back and
Mhm.
roar, I mean, you can adjust that and move it, but I think that's really there for that. Even doing the ab crunch, I mean, that's like you definitely get, you know, this.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
can get
real
this,
I think
you know.
that's necessary.
you can literally get this
It's
Kong
ugly.
into like
It's ugly.
what
It's
it's
not.
like-
It's not fun
is
to
it-
see.
Yeah.
Is it
But
two
it
ball
works.
joint?
yeah. So basically, like the way it's
Or is
set
there,
up
like,
is
2 or
like
3 ball
this is connected. This is just a free floating piece.
So here, I'm gonna take it
Well,
apart and show you guys what it looks like. Okay?
Yeah, see, it's just a piece.
So it's just one.
Okay.
It's just one big guy right there. That's it. And this is just a floater piece right here that you just stick on top of that, and it just it floats around. But even then, like you can see the extra sculpt that they put on that. Like when this is in a neutral pose, like this is
Sure.
it's like that. But when you lean the back, you've got that extra
Mm-hmm.
space right there.
Mhm.
The only
Like,
thing I don't like
this
about
is-
that cut is on the sides right here, but it does help the arm movement to get what we want to get out of all that.
Yeah.
Like this is
Like,
how
not for
far
nothing,
back
you
I
could
can
get-
lean my Kong.
And on the inside of it, it's just
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
just it's almost like a hollow figure. But you could get this dude into like Spider-Man poses. Like, look at this.
I don't know if anybody's looked at my review photos of this guy, but I did karate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just
Spider
fucking-
Kong. Spider Kong does whatever a spider can. Kong.
right. Just
He's gonna be in the next Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, no, like the ab crunch on Hiya is just
Yeah. It's
that's as far back as I can get it,
yeah.
and then this is as far forward. Now I know Harold, you modded yours.
I modded
right?
mine a little, but I still
Yeah, I
could.
got a
There's
little
still
room.
room for me to mod mine a little bit more. You know what I mean? My first figure that arrived,
Oh,
and
God,
that I
no.
did, there like it was stuck. Like that thing was stuck. It would not move. No, even with a heat gun, it wouldn't move at all. So it
That's
was
so
the fact.
weird.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but the second one that I got, like, I got a little bit, you know what I mean? But still, I mean, he's stiff. He's stiff all around.
Yeah.
He's a good figure. Like, he's only good for certain poses and certain things. But like, for me personally, like, if you want a nice figure up on your shelf, the Hiya will do that for you. You know what I mean? Better than the S.H.Monsterarts. But if you
And
are
I think
us and you want to be able to pose these guys and stuff like that, give them like awesome poses, then the S.H.Monsterar is definitely the way to go for this guy here, for this. So yeah.
I also think base figure, the Hiya Kong looks more accurate to what we saw in the film. And so
Yes.
I think like the head sculpt or even like the head articulation on the Hiya, I think is a lot better than the base Kong figure. Because you can only really just like go this, but you can actually kind of turn the Hiya Kong a little bit and then you can look all the way up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So okay, so sculpt.
You can look all the way up.
What do you think? Okay, so
Oh,
both sculpts are good. I think both sculpts are good. They both deserve the point. What do you think?
I would agree.
I would lean a little bit towards the Hiya just because of the face sculpt.
Okay.
That's the only thing that I would give like the little edge over. But I think they're both very equal.
I think they're pretty even in the sculpt. Yes. Okay.
I think something for everybody else to consider too with the Monsterarts figure is that that one. So this guy, I know I mentioned Wakasa and Sakai, but this guy Kong was not sculpted, or he doesn't even use the 3D data. It's completely sculpted from the ground up from this guy who does mammal sculpts.
Oh wow, really?
So yeah, it's the only one in the Monster verse that doesn't actually borrow any 3D data.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
So I think it's valid.
I
It's a
remember
valid
reading about that. Yeah,
it's a valid criticism if you wanted to say that it doesn't look screen accurate. And to that, I say it's because it's not. It's sculpted to be like if it was an actual gorilla. Captured. It's like if you took a photo of a gorilla, and that's what this guy did, and that's how he sculpted Kong.
Oh,
Okay, that makes more sense now. Yeah. but he did a good job, I think, because it
I
still
think
looks
he gets.
still a
I
nice
think he
figure.
still
It
captures.
still looks good.
Yeah.
I think he
Regardless
captures
of,
what
like-
song is about. You know, I
Yeah.
agree though that the face for the S.H.Monsterarts figure is not anything like what we see in the movie.
Yeah.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah. Okay. So ooh.
Man
All right,
down.
proportions, what do you think, guys? I think I have to give this a little bit to the S.H.Monsterarts.
Same.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay,
even
so
just looking at
sculpting-
those two pictures,
Mhm.
like, if I'm like, which one looks like it's from the movie, I would have to say it's the S.H. Monster Art.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just think that the Hiya one just looks too much like a toy versus CGI.
Yes.
It looks too stylized
Agreed.
too. Yeah. It looks a little stylized, you think? He's too big?
I don't know if it's that it's stylized. I really do chalk it up to just the way that they do the articulation engineering. I think if they did it cleaner, I think it really could look more movie accurate. But I think because of the way that they did the engineering, it just comes off a little bit more toy.
Sure. Okay.
And I think he's just a little too in the Hiya, just a little too wide.
I
Just
think so
touch.
too. Yeah.
Like I
His
don't think
shoulders
Colin
are
was,
a lot wider,
yeah, like I feel like
a
he's
lot
too wide.
broader.
Even like compared to like his Godzilla, like he's like literally wider than him. Which I don't think he was wider than him in the movie. Like, look at that. Like he's literally like he engulfs him. Like I don't think he was that big in the movie.
No, I don't,
think
so either.
either.
I think
Yeah.
he's too tall. He's
Yeah.
too
He was
tall
a
and too
lot
wide.
leaner in the movie than what the Hiya is.
Yes.
Yeah, like honestly, like my preferred version is the Monster Arts with the Hiya. Like I feel like this scales perfectly for
that
me.
scales better, yeah.
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 Like I like how this looks, but I'm gonna be honest with you. If I'm gonna compare backs, I think the Hiya looks better from the back than the Monster Arts.
Yeah.
Like look at
Or
that.
because
Look
they
at
have
like,
muscle definition on the back.
yeah,
of
like the
Hiya.
yeah, and then look at these buns.
Monster Art has
Look at those
some-
buns. Look at those cheeks. The
I
cheeks
don't
on
know,
his
guys.
thing.
That's some cheeks right there too.
He's got, he's got his little furry butt, but like look at his butt. Like look at his fur butt.
I would say that with Monster Arts, there's less sculpt for the butt because of
Yeah,
And I
for,
think
Wait,
it
does
makes
it have these
the
extra
for the
sheets?
sake of the
Monster Arts
kids.
better.
And it
Yeah.
makes it look smaller by definition. If this piece right here was sculpted into it, I don't
Yeah.
think it would look good per se. But I mean, it look because of the way it is, it looks smaller. I get what you mean.
Hmm.
Well, it also
Okay.
lends for better articulation with the legs too. I mean, if you just
Mhm.
look at the
It works out better
higher
for the
version,
figure
there's a
overall.
sculpted butt, but you can't move the legs back.
Yeah.
No, you can't. You're right.
Yeah.
This almost reminds me
Like,
of
you
that
can
stat
barely
that-
kick it
that,
forward.
Very fast.
It's really
Yeah.
true. Like literally, this is it. That's all you get.
Yeah. All right. So getting back to the chart here. So articulation, S.H.Monsterarts.
Yeah, of course.
Scale, I think S.H.
Monster
Monsterarts.
Arts. Yeah.
Yeah,
Box arts,
Better.
I don't know. I don't care about box art. What do you guys think?
I would have to give it to. I think Monster Arts takes all the box art because they're actually
Okay.
Yeah.
kind of fun.
Mhm.
Like the Hiya one is
I mean,
just
they did a
very
theme for
bland
it,
and
you know?
basic.
Yeah. Yeah. And accessories. What do you
There we
think?
go.
They're pretty equal.
They're pretty
Don't-
equal,
Don't they
yeah.
pretty much come with the same stuff?
Pretty
Heads,
much,
It's
yeah.
pretty much. I think
and-
the Monster Arts has the like crawling on the ground hands.
Yeah. And you can actually pull off that pose with the S.H. Monsterarts. You cannot with the Hiya. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Alrighty. So I think this is the one round that that S.H. Monsterarts is taking. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
The first
now in
round.
terms of like the price, I mean, yeah, Hiya, of course, but like if you're
How
a
much
collector,
S.H.
okay, now
Monster Arts
let's
con-
preference this. Like if you're a
I think he was
collector,
60, 65, something like that, right?
65, something
Was
like
it
that.
60? So it's comparable to the Hiya.
Yeah. It's comparable.
Yeah, just about. If you buy it from Big Bad Toy Store, they're coming out to the same thing.
Yeah. But if you want a Kong just to stand on your shelf, you're not a toy photographer, you're a collector and stuff like that. I think the Hiya is the Kong for you. But if you're like us, that does toy photography and things, I mean the S.H.Monsterarts is the way to go.
Definitely.
Mhm.
Actually, I
Yeah.
didn't realize you could get this Kong into a nice sitting pose. The Hiya?
Yeah, but very difficult. I mean, Hayden, he had his legs snap off.
No way, really?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, no. So I opened that was the first Kong I ordered. As soon as I opened the box, leg popped off.
Rip
Going
to the
completely
best.
snapped.
No. No way.
Yeah, no. I was like, no.
Unacceptable.
Plan.
Like, I literally just put him in a sitting pose, and now I'm like, do I move the leg back? Like,
I'm scared to do that.
Yeah, but you can. But
Right.
the S.H.Monsterarts does a better sitting
oh
pose.
yeah,
though.
no, you can get him into like a full like
Yeah.
meditation.
You get him crisscross
I don't know.
applesauce.
You guys can make him do a barrel roll.
Yeah.
That.
I have an animated GIF of that. I'm gonna send it to you, Harold. I'm gonna send
Okay.
it to you, and you can throw it up there if you want. It's fun.
Yes. All right.
Yeah, no, just
so-
look at
I mean-
that.
Oh, look at this.
Oh my God! Look at that.
There's Yoga Man right here.
Isn't that beautiful?
I'm doing weird things with my toys today.
Yes, sir. That's
So-
fine.
That's okay. We're adults playing with our toys.
You are correct.
So I make stop motions with my SH Monsters. I'm curious, which one would you recommend for that? SH Monsterarts.
The Monster Arts, yeah.
S.H. Monsterarts.
SH Monsterarts. Yeah. Okay.
And
This kinda
tell
gives me an idea
maybe
for the photo.
Hiya's listening to this and is going to make changes for their Skull Island Kong.
Hopefully.
Because we see the changes with the 2019 Godzilla coming out for the pre-orders.
Mhm.
There's big
Can't
changes
wait.
on that one that they fixed the problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe they're listening. Hiya, if you're listening, please just make the lower torso for Kong a lot better, and you can put down the arms.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So SH Monsterarts wins this round.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. All right. Now, final round.
Man of the hour.
Let's do it.
Why we're all here.
Right. Which way are you spending your $200?
Okay. Now, I still love my SH Monsterarts.
Same.
I would agree.
I love my SH Monsterarts very much. I do like the deeper sculpt on the body because of the plastic and things.
Mhm.
You know, the sculpting. I mean, the Hiya one, great sculpting too. Not
Mhm.
as deep though, because like the difference in plastic and things. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Now, but
And you can
the
see that
head-
on the pics I took. Like you
Yeah.
can see how how detailed
Yeah,
the
look at
SH
that
Monster Art is, and how deep the texture is.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
look at that. I mean,
Oh shit. That looks fantastic.
it's still a fantastic figure, and I will never let go of this one. Especially my poster version. That's by far my favorite of this sculpt.
Yes.
You know, the poster version. Yeah.
I honestly
There you
think
go.
that sculpt is better than what we saw for the atomic version for the Hiya version.
So there
Okay.
was a mold. That's due to mold change too. They changed the mold.
They changed the mold. Yeah.
Yeah, they changed the mold for the 2021 and the Burning Godzilla. There's a mold change right there. So
I did notice that from like the heads, like the
Mhm.
snout is so much different on the Burning Godzilla, the Blueberry like San Diego Comic Con exclusive.
Blueberry?
I call it the
have
Blueberry.
I have the blueberry too. Oh, look at that. That's the
That's
go.
just beautiful.
Look at that.
let me get my 2021 over here.
This is the Godzilla versus Kong one, right?
So
Yeah.
that's the post.
No,
That's
that's
the
the
poster on
poster
my end.
version.
This is the
That's
poster.
poster.
King
That's
of the
poster
Monsters.
2019.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna throw in the
still
2021 right now.
leaves, man. And I like the expression on the face on the monster arts a lot.
Yes.
That angry like snarl, even though it's like, it's stylized, obviously.
Yeah.
Look at this
I
piece
do
of
not like
trash.
this.
Throw this out.
So, yeah.
I hate it.
I
The only
think
good
it's
thing
just
about that figure is the
snout for
hands.
me. What they
I
did
don't
with the
like the
snout,
either.
it just makes it look awkward.
Yeah.
And the color of the
And
the
that
blue
too,
that
where
they
it's
chose.
it on
it's-
instead of translucent.
Yeah.
Here, I need to get this guy in a better pose. I had him posed kind of looking up. So let me fix
I do have to say for the GVK one, I do like the hunch that this sculpt provides
I
Mhm.
like
because there's a
I
little
like
bit more of
the
a
hands.
hunched over.
I like the hands.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's the only thing I like about it is the hands.
I'm never
Yeah.
giving those up.
And I need to point this out to other people too. If they're looking at mine. I actually customized mine a little bit. Added a little black wash in that mouth, so there is a little bit of variation on the inside of that. If you have this and you want to make it so it's not so reflective blue, just get a little bit of black wash, add that in there, and it makes it so much better.
Yeah.
And anybody can do this. You don't need to be a painter to achieve this. It's literally just black, watered down black paint.
Yeah.
Look at that, how much of a difference it makes.
Yeah.
You did make a huge difference.
Yeah.
But God, I don't like that blue. That
No.
color is. Ugh.
No. All right. Now, so
They really could have just resold the poster version, and I feel like everybody would have been fine with it.
And you know, and you, I think the
Like,
big
look at the
is,
difference.
though,
They're night and day. Look at how fantastic that poster version looks.
oh yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
what they were
that
thinking.
was a limited run through Toho and in the Amazon in Japan. So that was a hard.
Yeah,
one to
you
get.
had to buy it for like $300 still.
Yeah. I remember I remember you I reached out to you, Brandon, because you were like hunting for it. And I go, hey,
Yes.
you gotta
You were like, you need to buy it before that price goes up, and I was like, I
Yeah.
know.
Oh, I love that
Worth
poster.
it. Worth every penny, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Love
I
that.
do like that the small changes that they made with the mold with the 2021 version. It does move better than the 2019 figure. The 2019 figure, it's okay, it's not bad, but when you play with the 2021 figure, you're just like, wow, there's definitely more range here that you
A little more, yeah.
Mhm.
A little more. I'll give it that. But
Did they make the legs longer on the or GVK one?
It feels like it.
I don't think so. I don't think there's too much of a change. Most of the changes that they've made, guys, it's not really so much in the sculpt except for the mold change with the head right here. Everything else is just different when it comes to the cutouts with the articulation, especially in the arms right here and in the hips. Those are they're bigger. They're bigger on this guy than they are on this one right here. This one's a lot smaller
Okay.
and tighter. Like
Yeah,
can
you
even
get
see
less
this
of that
right
like
here.
rub of plastic.
You
yeah.
got, like on this guy right here, it's like it's flush, you know.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
when you compare it to the 21 figure, like it's out. You know, there's a lot more give. Like look how close. I mean, I can move this so easily right here.
Yeah.
And then this guy, look like when I go to move this, it's the whole
It's in
figure
there.
moves. It's in there. It ain't coming out.
Yeah.
You ain't going nowhere.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Now, let's talk about the comparisons. Okay, so like here are my figures. Like this is the 2019, this is 2021. Now I had the mouth on this custom painted, but I'm gonna get this guy repainted again to have like a darker, because I don't know, I think it's too much. You know what I mean? But anyway.
Is
Anyways,
that the one where the pink gums that you had with the Mothra one?
yeah.
Like when you
Yeah.
had the Godzilla, is that the one that you
Yeah.
used for the Godzilla and Mothra one?
Yeah. Mhm,
It looked
mhm.
like Godzilla had lipstick on.
Oh fuck hell. So yeah.
Way to go.
It was
Anyways,
just a little too pink, and I'm just
it's
like,
really pink,
ooh,
yeah.
it looks like he's wearing some lipstick.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'm gonna
Godzilla's
get
feeling a
my
little cute today.
But anyways, in terms of like the sculpt, I mean, I still like this guy, but proportion wise, and like, man, like if you go back to my review, like I never noticed how thin this guy was until this guy came along, you know? So
He's thick.
yeah, he's thick.
You know,
He's very-
thicky.
Yeah.
Thick boy.
You know, thick boy.
Yes.
And the one
So-
thing that I like about the Hiya is the barrel chest. Like the Hiya has the barrel chest,
yes,
while
I like-
the S.H.Monsterarts it's flat.
yeah,
Yeah, it's almost like caved in.
yeah. So
Yeah, it's
Which I know
definitely
for
it is flat.
articulation-wise.
Yeah.
yeah, and I like I like the articulation on the arms. It's so much easier, you know. You can get more out of it, out of the arms, than the S.H.Monsterarts, you know.
And you know when you lean your
Composing
monster arts figure back though, you've got that belly pop that's it's definitely there, but it's hidden when you lean your monster forward. You know, it's gone.
Yeah.
But if you lean the figure, if you just grab their dorsals of the monster art, you pull that back, you can see that it's still rounded, that rounded chest.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I
when
think
you
it's because
when you
it's
make
such
it
a
flush,
smaller figure that you don't get to see it as much.
Mhm.
And the
Yeah.
fact that this piece, like the crotch piece, is so like high up
Yeah.
that it almost like blocks it off.
so like
Like-
here, now that we're show you just on the poster version right here. I'm gonna zoom in on that right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, zoom in on that.
Get
Zoom in enhance. Zoom in
Get
enhance.
that
That might be too
details.
close. That might be too close.
Get in the crevices. I want to see the dust.
If anybody's curious what lens I'm using, it's a Sigma 1835.
Ah.
Thank you.
Ooh.
So you
Not
can get
sponsored.
close. Yeah, so but I'm gonna I'm gonna tilt this back right here, and you can see, you've got that rounded part right there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, it's
when you
just
lean
a
it
touch.
forward, it's gone, and now it's just flush. So I feel like it's there, but due to articulation, you're not gonna see it most of the time when you lean it forward. Unless you lean it backwards, now you can see it. But then you
Sure.
get that, and then you gotta push it forward. And you gotta push it forward. And
Garbage.
remember, guys, gaps can be taken away. Just because you pulled it like this, and you're like, well, my Monsterarts is broken. That is not true. Just push it forward. That's all you do.
Yeah.
Or if you do figure photography, joint healing is great. If you heal.
Yeah. Ask Jesus to do that.
I'm dying over here.
Okay, so-
some kiki pics. That'll fix your loose joints.
Now, I'm gonna give the sculpt to both. I mean,
yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna give the sculpt to both.
Yep.
Now, proportions, I'm gonna give this one to Hiya.
Same.
Yeah.
Same here.
Paint, I think I like the Hiya's just a little bit more. He's got like the shading in his body and stuff like that. So, yeah. What do you think?
Agreed. I agree.
Okay. And again, scale. Hiya wins the scale. I mean, I've been wanting a bigger legendary figure, and we finally got it with the Hiya. You know what I mean?
You
Yeah,
just
so-
want big Godzillas and
big
articulated Godzillas in
Godzilla,
general.
Yeah.
But the only thing I
Because
would
you
say is
ordered
that,
Mezco one
oh god, no.
that still hasn't come,
Yeah. It's gonna come like in 4 years, 4 or 5 years.
Just cancel the
and you
pre-order.
spent $300 on it already.
No.
Anyways.
He's like, let's not even
I ain't
talk
never
about
seen that money again.
Yeah.
it. Rip.
All right. So box art, S.H.Monsterarts, I think.
Yeah.
S.H.
Monsters,
Monster.
Yeah.
Especially if you do the
Accessory-
poster version. The
Uh-huh.
poster version,
Oh yeah, that thing
the
comes with
special edition
everything.
one,
Oh yeah.
that is like the greatest box art I think that they've came up
course.
with.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Alrighty. And accessories, I mean, like the S.H.Monsterarts, like the initial
S.H.
one,
Monster comes with a breath effect.
came out with
Yeah.
a breath effect. But it wasn't updated or anything like that, which was disappointing. You know what I mean?
No, it was
Like,
the same
it was,
one.
it was the same one
Just
from
from the
20.
Spitfire.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like the 2021 Hiya, like the first Godzilla release, it came out with nothing, but you could, yeah. So like, okay, I'll give that one to S.H.Monsterarts. You know,
I would
And
say
price.
articulation too.
price, that's Hiya.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So-
hold on. Are we talking about current day pricing?
I guess
Because they're
yeah,
about
why?
the same right now.
They really are. It's kind of
I
crazy.
mean, the
They're both
legendary
like
figures, but
$200.
Well, for me, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I paid like, I paid like 40-50 bucks. You know what I mean? Because I'm in Taiwan.
for
Well,
each
yeah,
of them.
for like the first
The
release
Hiya.
of it, but like right
Yeah.
now they're about equal.
Mhm. Which is crazy.
Wow. Okay.
yeah, honestly,
you
I think
go
you
on
can find
eBay
a King
and
of the
search
Monsters
up-
figure for a lot cheaper now.
Okay.
I think on average, I'm seeing King of the Monsters got the logo going for about 120, 150 now these days.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So
Oh, the price
that's
dropped,
worth
okay.
that. Yeah, there is a bit of a price drop with this one. It did go up really, really high, especially when 2021 came out, because everybody just wanted that scanning Godzilla, So it went up because of that. Now that the Hiya one has come out, I think that a lot of collectors started selling their 2019 Godzillas, and that has kind of brought that market down a little bit for 2018.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad
Okay.
it's gone down. I mean, it kind of. I was talking to a couple people on Facebook about it. It really deters people from getting into this hobby of collecting toys because they're just so overpriced.
Sure.
Well, I mean, the
Like,
aftermarket.
Yeah, aftermarket.
Not like getting
the aftermarket is insane.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's just exclusive to this line, though. I mean, any
No,
collectible figure, you're just going to be faced with aftermarket. As soon as it's gone, you're going to
It's gone.
price of demand. And I don't think Godzilla is a stranger when it comes to rarity, especially for folks in the United States to get good merch. You know, I mean, if you had to look back, back in the 90s, what we have Trendmasters,
Mm-hmm.
and then you get Monsterarts out here and getting all these fans finding out this stuff. And I think we've seen a fluctuation, as new movies come out. These tend to go a lot quicker. That aftermarket gets a lot steeper. Right now, we're kind of in a lull. I don't know if you guys have seen a lot of those figures kind of coming down in prices, but as soon as this movie starts picking up with its marketing, we're going to get new fans and a lot of people are going to start jumping on Monsterarts. So
Yeah.
buying up that, and they're going to start looking at the back catalog and everything, and things are going to go up again.
Alrighty.
Now, do you have a little bit of an insight on what figures are going to come out?
He does, but he can't say.
Okay.
That is something that
I'm not asking specifically. I'm just like, do you have like a little bit of an insight? But okay.
I can't share anything, unfortunately.
Nor
okay.
Neither confirm nor deny. Okay.
I mean,
like
once
to say good
the live
graces.
is over, I'm gonna ask a couple
I like
questions.
to stay in good graces here with the company. So
Cool.
Understandable.
there's stuff. I'll put it this way. If you go back and read that interview that I posted, I think it was in 2021. I think that's what it was. There, if you read between the lines, guys, there's a lot of good stuff coming when it comes to Monsterarts.
Cool. Yeah.
I'm excited for the anniversary stuff coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't bank on that 100% being a for sure thing too. By the way, so.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Just because it's happened so far doesn't mean it. What I've learned with Tamashi is, when I first started kind of working with them in Bluefin originally, things can change like that. So I used to put a little bit more feelers out there, and now I don't do that because there's been things that have turned around and they're like, "What happened? I thought you said this was happening." They changed it. I guess it's not my fault.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So,
all right. So who wins this round, guys?
I don't know.
I think Hiya.
Okay. I think Hiya
just barely scratches by.
Sure. Yeah.
I agree with. I think that the Hiya looks, when it comes to movie accuracy, I think it nails it. There's that stylistic choice that's been done. The Sakai touch has happened with the Monsterarts, the Godzilla figure. So I think as far as screen accuracy, I think Hiya's definitely nailed it. I can't talk about specific articulation of that's better, but
I think
I enjoy the monster figure.
There's some ups and downs to both figures. Like the S.H.Monsterarts can look all the way up. The Hiya can't look up. Like when you look all the way up, you get like this really gross gap right here.
Yeah. Admittedly, I mean that is a setback for this figure. That's a.
But the tail on the Hiya is so much better than the S.H.Monsterarts because it can actually hold a pose.
Yeah.
I know you can heat it up with water, but like straight out the package, I could do this.
Guys, don't do that. Don't heat your figures. Don't heat your figures with water, guys. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Just use a hair dryer.
Yeah.
You get better results without damaging the figure that way.
Yeah.
I just have a problem with mine popping off with the Monsterarts.
Yeah.
No matter what I do, this one just pops off like very easily. But I don't
really have a lot of issues with mine not holding a pose though.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with the pose holding. It's just mine just pops off at the base of the tail. So I'm always ended up with like a little nub tail.
Ugh. Alrighty.
But I'll be honest, I'm torn between these two. I know a lot of people really love the Hiya. Like a lot of people swear by the Hiya. And believe me, I love this figure. I
I
mean,
love this
it's
too, but
it's
but
beautiful
yes,
photograph.
it has its merits. It has its
Yeah, the
merits.
Monster Hearts really holds a sweet spot. Like it has good articulation for the figures. I mean, for like photography, it holds a great pose. It has
the
one
Monster
the
has
one thing that the
a-
Monster Hearts has that I like more is the fact that I can wiggle this a little bit. You know what I mean? That like midsection, like you
Mhm.
can kind of get a little give going on here. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
with the Hiya, like you're not getting that. You know what I mean? Like you get a little bit, but it's not as much.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like you can't get a it's not going anywhere. You know what I mean? Like it's
Mhm.
just a little rock back and forth. But like with the Monster Arts, I feel like there's such a bigger range of motion going on here.
Sure.
I don't know. I'm really torn. Honestly, I feel like this is
Yeah.
they're very equal, and I think it just comes to preference on which
Comes
would
to
you rather
preference.
have like better articulation or would you want a better sculpt? Because
Sure.
honestly, I feel like the Hiya has the more accurate, obviously the sculpt. It has the
And it's
size,
larger. It's larger too.
and it's
Yeah.
I think
huge.
I think that the scale for the Monster Arts legendary figures in the Monster Arts line, they should have been bigger.
It's I always felt like it should have been closer to the
agree.
size of Shin Godzilla.
Well,
I feel like
especially because you
of the
see
Kyoto
Mechagodzilla
Godzilla.
from GK
yes, it should
so
be
big,
huge.
and he dwarfs Godzilla. And those two in
Yeah.
the movie were like pretty close to the same size. I know
Oh, let me get my
Godzilla's
singles,
bigger.
Harold. Just busting it out there, bud. What's going on?
Was that the
Whoa.
triple K?
Whoa!
We're getting some good action going on here. Wait, what's he
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I just think that Monsterarts
Every
could've been a
SH
little bit
monster
bigger.
should be this scale.
all of them across the board? Everybody should be this
Every
big.
SH monster should be this scale. I mean,
It's so close.
yeah.
I
Every
mean, I don't know if you can even get this kind of pose with a high figure Godzilla.
Yeah.
No, you can't get him in like that leaning. I think he would fall over.
And he fell.
Oh, no.
Over.
Yeah.
You cursed it.
Guys, I have to let you know I gotta get going.
Okay.
But we've made it to the end. There are some other stuff that I did want to talk
Close.
about, but unfortunately we just ran out of time already.
Oh.
But
Oh.
we did, but we got the verses out of the way.
Part 2.
Yeah. So we can come back to another day for another discussion. And
Hell yeah.
I really enjoyed this, guys. So guys, what do you think? You guys enjoyed yourselves?
Hell yeah.
Of course.
Alrighty.
Yeah,
I
I
enjoyed
mean
being
for
back.
sure.
You
Here, let me get back in frame.
Yes, sir.
know what? We should wait until like the Mothra like officially releases in the US and King Ghidorah comes out, and then we could do this again.
Oh yeah, I do plan on doing this again when we get the other releases that that we're getting from Hiya. I will do this again. These guys right here.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe Mezco might actually release a figure, and we can actually compare them to something.
Sure.
Maybe
Okay,
your investment might be worth it.
quick though, before we leave, 2 words or less. What do you think of the new trailer?
I like
For
it.
the-
2 thumbs up.
It's a
I'm-
teaser.
Good.
Orange Monkey?
I was really hoping that we were going to see less ape and more kaiju, but
Yeah.
Okay. whatever.
Is it an orangutan? Is that what they're officially going with?
I think it is.
It's King
I think
I've
Louis.
heard some people.
King Louis? It's King Louis!
I've heard some people. I've heard some people hypothesize that it might be gargantuas.
No way.
That
No,
would be really
so.
weird.
that'd be such a stretch, and get
Such
the
a-
rights for that.
Yeah.
That's interesting, though.
I mean,
But
I'll
no,
put
it's
it this
King
way,
Louis.
guys,
He's
it-
going to talk about how he wants Godzilla's blue fire.
so, but I mean,
He
when it
could
comes
be
to
right,
rights,
too.
what when it comes to rights, what's really holding back on gargantuas? Like, if you're thinking like, well, what about Kong 62? We've got a lot of hands in the pot with that, and a lot of those hands have transferred licenses to gargantuas. I'm pretty sure that's just Toho. I don't think
Yeah.
anybody else.
Got to
I mean,
cough
we
up
have
the
our-
green.
Who does the U.S. Who sells that? Does anybody know? I don't own the movie. Who sells that in the U.S. or is it sold in the U.S.?
I don't even.
Gargantuas?
Yeah, the Gargantuas. Is it Classic Media? No, it's not Classic Media. I can't think of it off the top of my head. I don't even know if there is distribution of the Gargantua.
I don't think there is because I don't see it.
I've never seen that movie.
Unless it was like Tokyo Shot. I can't remember. Yeah.
It's on
Well,
HBO
the
Max
is-
though.
Is it?
So then Warner. So
Yeah.
if it is, then Warner Brothers has the license for it. Then.
True.
Well, I think they partnered up with Toho on that one.
Well, I mean, no matter what, if it comes out in the United States, every company is going to have to partner with Toho. That's just the way it's got to work with that.
That's just the way
But
it
that's actually a good sign for what I kind of throw out there because Warner Brothers Legendary, Gargantua. Just putting that out there.
Ideas.
All right, guys, thank you so much for coming, and for those of you in the chat, the 26 of you left in the chat, thank you so much.
26?
Yeah.
Oh,
Awesome.
I think that's bigger than any Titan Master episode that you've been on, Harold.
oh no!
I don't
We
even
might
think
need
it
to
is.
switch over to your
And
channel.
it isn't even a Titan Master episode.
Yeah.
It's because I'm here. They're here for me. That's what it is.
It all is because
It's
you
all
are.
me, baby. I'm carrying
Yeah.
everything.
All right, so, guys, I'm gonna end the broadcast, so stay on. So everybody, thank you so much for today. It was an awesome ride. We will do this again. You know what I mean? But just stay tuned. I will inform you guys. I will keep you guys up to date and things. And if there's another topic that I want to cover later, I'll definitely let you guys know. All right, guys.
Hey,
All right.
really quick, I'm hearing Criterion is the one that has the rights for War of Gargantuas.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
cool.
what it is.
That's
But
an
partnered
update.
with HBO Max for streaming. Okay.
All righty.
We thank Toho Kingdom for that.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
God damn it, Toho.
Bye.
Later.
Deuces.